Gallagher here. If you want to grow your channel quick and easy, subscribe and smash that notification bell because I share with you all the tips, tricks, and strategies that I use to grow this dead channel from 0 to thousands of subscribers and became a YouTube partner in just a matter of months.
What's happening? So in this video, I'm going to share with you an explanation that YouTube provided regarding its terms of service, and in particular, a bit of language in there that has a lot of YouTubers concerned. So if you're familiar at all with YouTube, you've been following this, they're updating their terms of service as of December 10th this year, 2019, so next month as I'm recording this. And so one of the hugest concerns is over language found in this section right here under count, suspension, and termination. So if we click on that, it's going to jump us to that section. And then right here is where things get scary. So again, this is terminations by YouTube for service changes. And I read, YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account's access to all or part of the service if YouTube believes in its sole discretion that provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable. And it's these two words here that really have people worried, and that is commercially viable. And so the vast majority of people that I've seen referring to commercially viable, their concern is that means if your channel, if your videos aren't making money, if they're not getting enough views, they're not earning enough AdSense revenue, that YouTube is just gonna delete your channel. And that seems the most prevalent belief over what that terminology means. Well, what I'm about to share with you is YouTube's response to a lot of this concern via their Twitter stream. So let's go ahead and check it out. So if you're not familiar with this, if you go to Twitter, this is actually where you can communicate directly with Team YouTube. And it's strange that most creators have to resort to going to another platform to communicate with YouTube rather than YouTube creating with its creators better on its own platform. But that's a discussion for another time. So here, someone on Twitter, Kalionic, voiced their concern over this language that I just pointed out. And then Team YouTube replied with this response right here. And I'll read this for you as well. The section of our terms that you're referring to is not about terminating an account if it's not making enough money. It's about discontinuing certain YouTube features or parts of the service, e.g. removing outdated / low usage features. This does not impact anyone in new ways. This last sentence makes a lot of us feel better when it says this does not impact anyone in new ways. It does provide us a little bit of relief. You know, they're important to point out that it is not about terminating an account if it's not making enough money, and that was the largest concern that I've seen with people. And then when they go on to say it's about discontinuing certain YouTube features or parts of the service, and then it gives a couple examples of, you know, removing outdated or low usage features. So is it making it sound like they will discontinue features on their end if people aren't using them or if they're outdated? And so again, this does not impact anyone in new ways. So this is not necessarily new. Maybe it's something they reworded or that just sticks out to people now, or maybe they didn't have it quite as expressed in the current terms of service. So it's not necessarily something that's going to impact anyone in new ways. It's always been there, or it's already in place, or a version of it has been. And again, it's not about terminating an account for not being commercially viable. It's about terminating aspects of YouTube's own service if it's not commercially viable, being that it's outdated or it's in very low usage. So I hope that helps alleviate a lot of the concerns. I've seen a lot of buzz around YouTube's platform about this topic. So when I came across this, I thought I'd share that with you guys as soon as possible. And as always, if you're interested in growing your own YouTube channel, just like I do, monetizing it, even if you're not a YouTube partner, I have a link in the description to a video series I put together. You can come over and check it out and see where other YouTubers just like you that went through this video series, they simply watched over my shoulder, copied me, and they're sharing their results right here. And this is all through YouTube, just monetizing their channels the way I do. And I even have YouTubers reporting they've earned over $2,000 in their first month after going through this video series. So again, that link is in the description. And with that said, I'm going to wrap this up and I will see you in the next video.